Hello again, everyone. Kay here on my homestead in Tennessee. I have promised my mother's boiled custard recipe for a long time, and today we're going to do it. It's very quick and it's very easy, only 4 ingredients, the way she made it, and we're going to have fun, so stay tuned. Now, if you're not from the South, you may not even realize what boiled custard is. And the funny thing about boiled custard is you do not boil it. You do not boil it. Let me say that twice. But it is used in banana pudding, and you can pour it. My mother would pour it over her coconut cake, a serving of coconut cake, and she would pour some over it, or we would just have a small glass of it as part of our dessert. And it was so popular that the Nashville Cookbook, which was first published in '76 and the third printing in '77, 30,000 copies altogether. And on the back, it's featured on the back. And this is slightly different. It's basically the same except plus cinnamon. We're going to make a quart, keep things simple. I've got a half a gallon of, this is the best milk I can find locally. It's J&D Country Milk, Russellville, Kentucky. All natural milk, low temperature pasteurized, and non-homogenized, farm direct. And there's scripture on the front. I love it. So, thy word is thy lamp unto my foot and a light unto my path. Psalm 119, 105. Psalms 119, 105. So we're going to use half of this. We're going to use 1 cup of pure cane sugar and, in this case, 4 farm fresh eggs. And at the very end, when it cools, we use 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Now, we're going to cook in a double boiler. I don't have an official double boiler. Actually, I do. I have one that I bought at Goodwill, but it's aluminum and I don't cook in aluminum anymore. So I have something set up with a double pot here. The water is heating. I haven't put the milk in yet because you cannot let the milk get too hot too fast. And it looks like the water is getting too hot. So I'm going to lower the water. We don't want to mess it up from the very beginning. I'm going to get the measurement of the milk ready. I'm going to crack the eggs and beat them. You beat them in a separate bowl, in with the sugar, and this is boiling. That's got to calm down a little bit before we start. But let me get everything ready and we'll start. The first instruction is to warm milk in a heavy pan. Don't scald or boil, over medium heat, stirring constantly. Now, while you're stirring constantly, you've also got to beat the eggs. I've got my quart of milk here. And you can see I've got some cream floating around in there. This is full fat milk. I always buy full fat. Okay, we're going to start heating that and we're going to beat our eggs. The instruction is to beat the eggs real good. I broke one of the yolks. Now, as soon as the milk is warm, we will be adding some of the milk that's warming into here so that you warm up those eggs before they get put into the pan and get too hot, and you don't want those eggs to cook into little pieces. That's really gonna mess it up if you do that. I've done that, and I know. You will see pretty quickly, if you have a big pan like this, it will warm up pretty quickly and you'll see steam start to come off of the milk. You never want it to stick, or certainly not to boil, scald. You do not want that. But I can see a lot of steam coming up, so I'm going to go ahead and take my instruction is to add 1 cup of warm milk into the egg mixture. and you stir that, and then you gradually add it to here. Just going to stir that. I'm going to go back and stir the milk. And then we're going to gradually add this egg mixture to the rest of the milk. It's all in the technique for this particular recipe. It sounds very easy, but the first time I made it, I stirred it way too long. It got too hot. I didn't have a double boiler. All of these things are key to its success. Got a little too much water in my big pot, so it's floating around quite a bit. I need a double boiler, right? And what happens is the sugar sinks, so you want to kind of keep stirring that. You'll see a foam come up on the milk. Hope you can see that. See, it's starting to turn a creamy ivory color. So we're taking about 5 minutes to get it all in, I guess. I recommend you use a lighter bowl in your left hand. My left hand is getting tired. I'm about to drop this bowl. Okay. Now we're just going to be stirring. Kind of watch the clock. And I believe I stirred this for about 15 minutes. Once it all got in the last time and it was ready. This was a big mistake. When my mother gave me this recipe, she dictated it to me and I wrote it down. And I wrote on here, stir constantly until thick, about 1.5 hours until it coats a wooden spoon. That's always the key, until it coats the wooden spoon. This is a wooden spoon. It's not coating it yet, you see, it's just dripping right off. Got a little bit of coating up here, but that's just foam. Just keep stirring, keep moving around, don't let it stick on the bottom. As long as you keep seeing this steam coming up, it is cooking and you are accomplishing your goal. I'll be right back when it's thick. About 8 minutes have transpired and you can see the surface is just like glass, shiny. It's thicker, almost all of the bubbles are gone. You can tell it's thicker. Okay, we have boiled custard. You can see how it coats the spoon. I have turned off the heat. Now you can do one of two things. You can pour this custard into a cool pan to cool, or if you don't want to dirty another pan, you can set this pan into a cool pan. of cool water, which is what I'm going to do. Because you want to cool it off quickly. If you're new to my channel, I live on a little over 9 acres in Tennessee after being an urban gardener and starting my channel in Los Angeles. I work very hard at having large gardens, producing a lot of food for myself and my family if need be, and I also share recipes, easy recipes usually, in the kitchen. So if that interests you, I hope you'll subscribe, click that bell for notifications, scroll down and click all so you won't miss an episode. Now, as this is cooling down, we're going to add the vanilla and then we're going to do a taste test. 1 teaspoon of vanilla per quart of milk and 4 eggs, 1 cup of sugar. Easy peasy. Now, I like to drink it warm, so here we go. Nice coated spoon for you there. This is the money shot. You don't want to miss this. And it matches my shirt. We're going to try this. This is a big glass, okay, which I will have no problem drinking, but I won't drink it all for you, but let's taste it. And of course, if you get through this and you don't have any lumps at all, you've done a really great job. But what's a little lump or two? I like to roll it around in my mouth before I swallow it because you want to get as much taste out of it as you can. You don't want to just drink it down, you know. It's so good. It's delicious. I just hope that these old-fashioned recipes make a comeback. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video. If anybody's interested and want to know how I do my hair is now below my waist, and if I twist it up after I wash it, it'll dry with a little curl. So I do have a video, and I'll put it in the link below the video in case you're interested in how to do it. In case you're a long-haired person like me.